We share responsibility for planning by, well, we both plan for the beginning of the lesson together, so our flashbacks we work through together, and then our exit slips at the end of class, we plan those together, so we discuss that. As far as our centers, Miss England plans for groups 1 and 2, which are our lower groups, and I plan for groups 3 and 4, which are the higher groups.
We collect data through exit slips, and we interpret that data to see what we need to base our small group instruction on. We also give pre-tests to see where students are at with the content before we start instructing them. And we also give summative assessments to see where they're at after we're done with the whole unit.
So we group our students based on their MAP scores in the winter, the spring, the fall, and we look at their pre-assessments as well. So we determine how they're doing in that, and we group them based on that. We change groups every time we give the MAP test, but we also can change groups based on pre-assessments as well. But most of the time, those two correlate with each other. So that's how often we do that. We attribute our success because we look at each other as equals. At the beginning of the school year, when I introduced Miss England to the classroom, I explained to the students that she is a teacher just like I am and that she needed to be treated the same way. I don't look at her as an assistant or just an extra helper in my classroom. We do everything together. I believe that we're successful, like Ms. Miller said, that we are both treat each other as equals. We're definitely flexible. We're open to trying new things with each other and as a class, and everything is done together, and I feel like that really attributes to our success. One of the barriers we had to overcome was planning and lack of planning time that we have together. So one of the things that we do is we have a shared Google Doc that we use, and we can both type in there and see what our lesson plans are for the week. We also just try to fit in times after school, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, to talk about exit slip data or things that we're going to try in small groups, because the instruction does change based on the student learning. But that is one of the barriers we've had to work with, but we've definitely worked around it. Another barrier that we have is that in this classroom we have several students that are gifted and talented, but we also have a majority of our students that have disabilities. So we really have to be intentional about our planning and how we're going to make sure that we meet the needs of all of our students in the classroom. Throughout the week, we both end up teaching all groups. So every center rotation, by the end of the week, we'll all meet with either myself or Miss England. Even though I'm just planning for groups 3 and 4 and Miss England's planning for groups 1 and 2, we will both take each other's lessons and teach those to the students throughout the week. We determine instructional priorities by looking at what standard we're supposed to teach, but we also look at what we teach 4th grade, so we also look at what standards correlate in 3rd grade and also 5th grade, depending on what that student needs. We also look at pre-assessments to determine needs as well. John, can you give me the 8 multiples of 4?
8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36. I only went up to 36 because it only said to put 8 multiples.
Yeah, and I'm going to put 4 up here as well, okay?
Yep, it's important, guys, when you start with multiples, you want to start with the number first. So if we're doing 4s, 4 is a multiple of 4.
Well, yes.
Yes,
So we're gonna
so make
take
sure to
off
add that.
36.
Good job, John.
Okay, now we need to know our multiples of, what was it, 12?
Yep.
8. Okay, so who can list the multiples of 12?
Oh.
Jack, list the multiples of 12 for me.
12, 24, 48, 36, 60,
Oh,
72,
he meant.
84, and 96.
He just has them a little bit out of order, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, some of them are out of order, but they are all of the multiples. I'll go ahead and change it. Okay, what was the last part of this? What did they want us to do?
What does it say? Brody?
It said find the common multiples for the number. Yeah, find the common multiples for the number.
So what do you think that means? Find the common ones.
Find one that both go into.
Okay, or they share, right?
That are the same. So the multiples multiples that are the same. So Brody, which multiples are the same from 4s and 12?
24.
24 is the same. Is there anything else?
Yeah, 12.
12 is the same. Anything else?
Are you just kidding
Anything
here?
either.
Okay, just have a seat.
Emma?
36.
Oh, but they only said list 8, right? So out of these 8, we do not have another common multiple. Now, if they said listed more than 8, 36 would be on there, yes. That would be a common multiple. So, does that make sense now? I know some of us were confused on that. So, all right, let's go ahead and do number 3. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do it on your own, and then we're going to talk together. This one just says write the multiples of 8 on the lines below. Go ahead and do that now.
Don't worry about that one. I want you to talk about this one with your group, okay? You don't have to fill it in, okay? It's fine. I just want you to talk about number 3. Good job.
All right.
Okay. Okay, class. Okay, let's see who's going to answer for me. Okay, Zamora. So, what are the multiples of 8 that you wrote below? You tell me, and everybody check them off as we go.
Brody,
Put your hand down.
I don't even know what it is.
Very good. So again, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and 56. Very good. Good job. So you guys can put those in your folders, and your table leaders can put those up.
Everyone else, let's transition quietly. We're going to go over centers for today. So our learning target is I can compare decimals to the hundredths, and I can add fractions of tenths and hundredths. That's going to be our focus. Our success criteria: identify decimals on a number line, read and identify tenths and hundredths in fraction and decimal form. So we've been working on this in class. We're just going to practice it a little bit more because those were the areas we need the most. So groups 3 and 4, you are going to come to my center today. We're going to review our decimals, and then I want everyone to focus on the independent part because it's the same for both groups. Groups 1 and 2, you're going to see Miss England today. So for your independent today, the first thing you need to do is get on Google Classroom, and you're going to take a pre-test. We're going to start going into geometry next week, so I need to know what you know. So you're going to get on Classroom. There's a link that says pre-test. Complete that. I think it's only like 6 questions. Just do your best. It is okay if you don't know the answers because it's a pre-test. You haven't been given the information yet. After you do that, you are going to get on IXL. And I put 4 assignments for you to work through, but you don't have to get through all of them. I just listed a few so that if you did get finished, you can move on. And I've put in this basket, there's 2 different baskets, one for groups 1 and 2, and one for groups 3 and 4.
They have your group number at the top,
Yes.
so make sure you...
It has the assignments on here for IXL. When you finish an assignment, you're gonna write your SMART score on the side. I want you to get 80 or higher for your SMART score. That means you can move on to the next one. And the first assignment, it doesn't have a number, it just had a dot. So that's why I put R dot on there, so you'll be able to see it. Are there any questions about that? And as usual, if you finish that assignment, you can get on Khan Academy Mappers and work through that.
Now, we usually do an exit slip at the very end of class, but since we did one yesterday and we're giving you centers based on that exit slip, some of you guys will not have the same thing. So you're probably going to be doing an exit slip in the center with us today. Okay, we're not going to have one when we come together at the end. So, are you sad about that?
You're going to need your pencils for both centers, I believe, Miss England, correct?
Yes, they will need their pencil. Yep.
Make sure you have a pencil ready to go. If there aren't any questions, we'll go ahead and switch. Of course. Yes. We can solve this problem by relating our tenths to our hundredths. Who can explain to me how we do that? What would we do? Avian, what would we do?
So we would put a 0.
Okay, why? You said we'll put a 0 here and here, but why do we do that?
Because the bottom number were not equivalent and it's not the same denominator.
Okay, we had to get the same denominator, right? How did you get this? What did you have to do to the number 2 to turn it into 20? What did we do? Talk to your neighbor and see if you can figure out what do we do to get from 2 to 20 and 10 to 100. Talk to the person beside you. Maybe talk to Birdie, he might be able. Okay, who can tell me? What do you have to do? Raylan? Yes, so we had to multiply 2 times 10 to give us 20, and then 10 times 10 to give us 100, because that's how we make equivalent fractions. Remember that? Remember us talking about that? It is a strategy, good. So once we have made this into a hundredth, now we can add it very easily. Would you agree?
Yes.
20 plus 32 is
52.
52, and then we're going to put it over 100. So it's 52 hundredths. How do you feel? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs to the side? Okay, let's practice one together, okay? You ready?
Do you have to show that you multiplied it?
Hmm?
Do you have to
No, you don't have to show it, but I want you to write both problems. So if you're going to change a fraction, I want you to show me how you changed it, okay?
So you times it by 10 all the time.
If we're going to the hundredths, so if it's tenths to hundredths, yes, you would. But eventually you're going to get to the thousandths and you'd have to change that, okay?
What if you have to
Okay.
do 1 plus a 10 denominator? Do you have
You would have to find a common denominator.
You have to divide by 10?
Um,
That's not equal 1. Just 10 divided by 10.
Yeah, you could. Okay, ready? Okay, so let's do 4 tenths plus, let's do 13
Hundredths.
hundredths. We're going to play showdown. So once you get your answer, hold it up so that no one else can see it. 4 tenths plus 13 hundredths.
Are we going to do a test like we always do on mixed fractions? Yeah. Do I have to show my work then? Because I just do it in the minutes.
If you show your work, then it makes it easier for me to see and find your errors if you got something wrong. If you're just writing an answer, I can't see your thinking. So it helps whenever you show your work.
I've been doing too much. Too many.
So you ready? 3, 4's up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Showdown. Let's see what we have. Oh, what's your answer, Raylan? What answer do we have? Birdie, what's your answer? Good job. What'd you get, Raylan? Good job. Everyone got 53 hundredths, because what did our 4 change to?
40.
40, and our 10 changed to?
100.
100.
We have to times it by 10.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to show you my game. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do 2 tenths plus 54 hundredths. We'll do showdown again for this one. Two tenths plus 54 hundredths. What? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Showdown. What do you have? Okay. Let's look at them eyes. Let's find your ear. Hang on.
Oh, I did.
What is it?
Plus 10. It's 974.
Good job. You found your own error, didn't you? All right, good job. So our game today is going to be all about adding tenths and hundreds together. So if you could, erase your board. And I'm going to put this back in the center.
Are these cards including the game?
Hang on. I'm going to explain it. Nope. Hand me the boards. Okay, so first I'm going to explain to you my game board, and then I'm going to explain to you how we're going to play the game, okay? So we are all going to be playing this game as a whole group, but you are playing with partners, okay? Does that make sense? So each one of you are going to get 2 mystery cards and 2 cards with points on them, and it has to add up to 1,000, okay? So I've got them already sorted here. Got 100, 200, 300. We have.
Oh, yeah, I remember. It was just different.
Okay, so you have to talk with your partner and pick 2 cards that's going to equal 1,000, okay? So everyone pick 2 cards that equals 1,000.
Can you get 1,000? Can you get 1,000 from here?
You can, and then get a 0. You cannot go over 1,000. And lay those out in front of you. If you do 600, what could you do to add to it to get 1,000?
Another 600? But
Count up. 600, 700, 800, 900. So let's do 400. Okay. So now we got that. Now everyone has to pick 2 mystery cards, and it can be any colors you want.
Why are we picking the same? Is there numbers on them?
Well, I'll share in a second.
Picking the same thing.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone have theirs? Okay. So you have to set your cards out kind of at the top here, okay? So set them up in the middle here. Okay? Your mystery cards already have a point value assigned to them, okay? And I've got it written on my board down here. It's not going to change, okay?
I looked at all of your exit slip data from yesterday, and there's just certain skills everybody has to work on, okay? So some of these you're not going to get to today. The important thing is, hey buddy, you're with us. Come on. So you did not do an exit slip yesterday, but we'll work with it. Wyatt, do you need a chair? Okay. Grab a chair. You can put it right here, okay? Okay, and actually, Jada and Cordell, I'm gonna have you switch. Don't make me laugh, please. Okay. Okay, so we are continuing to do our decimal operations, okay? Why is it important that we are learning how to work with decimals? Why are we doing this? Just because it's a 4th grade standard? Why do you think that we're doing this?
for real life situations.
Good, real life situations. What were you gonna say, Keaton?
Probably we're going to have to do it when we get older.
Okay, what would we use decimals for, guys? Why do we need to know this? Money? Can anybody think of anything else we're gonna use decimals for? Okay, our job, measurement, anything like that. Okay, money is a big one. Everybody likes money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to make sure it kind of, you want to make sure you're getting you want to know what the bigger amount of money is. You want to make sure you're getting paid the correct amount. So today, what we're gonna do is you're gonna kind of be split up. So you two are actually gonna be together, you two and you three are gonna be together. So I have sheets for every one of you. It's the same, but just write your name on it and I will explain how we're gonna do it, okay? And if you work hard, you may earn a piece of candy or a dojo point, okay? So just write your name for now. And this is an important time to work with your partners, and also if you have questions about this, because we're trying to end our decimal unit, so we want to make sure we understand everything. So what we're going to do, if you notice, there are card numbers and there's 6 boxes on each one. So we have 3 different sections. We have decimals on a number line. That's actually where you guys are going to start, you 3, okay? We have comparing decimals. That's where you guys are going to start. And then on the back, if you flip it over, everybody flip it over because you're going to all be doing this part. You guys are going to be starting with adding tenths and hundredths, okay? The bottom part, you see where it says exit slip down here? This is going to be like the last 5 minutes of our center. I'm going to have you fill this out. This is very similar to what we did yesterday, but I want to see if we make any improvement from what we do today. Does that make sense? So do not go ahead and do that before I give instruction on it. Okay, so what you're going to do is I would prefer you do at least one together as a group before you move on, okay? So you guys are going to do decimals on a number line. Just to let you know, they are challenging because they don't give you all the numbers. You're going to have to kind of infer.
Will you show us our exit slips?
Yeah, yes, I will. So, well, not right now. I want you to start on this. So just grab the first card it comes to. Make sure you put what number card it is, and then I want you to write the answer. But I want you guys to agree on an answer. You guys can use markers if you need to write something down. You guys are going to start with adding tenths and hundredths, so I'm going to let you guys have that. Yep, you can use that. Do you want an eraser? Do you want a marker, sir? Okay. It is hot in here, isn't it? Okay. So you guys can let's just start with the first one, because I'm going to do an example with you guys first. So look, if we're comparing decimals, the easiest thing to do, and I want y'all both to do this, I want you to write the decimals down and line them up by the decimal. So like this. So see, I already wrote that for you. So Wyatt, you just write that down.
I think it's bigger. I think it would be that. 6 tenths. Yeah, I think it's 6 tenths. Okay. 9, 6.
Okay. And in decimals, at the end, I can actually do like a placeholder and add a 0 right here if there's a gap. Okay? Now, if I look at these, do they have any differences? No. So what symbol do you think I'm going to write right there?
That's our discord.
Yeah, it's going to be equal. Okay. So I want you guys to write number 4. Well, actually, you need to find right here, number 4, because you guys are doing comparing decimals. Oh, write it with a pencil. Do you have a pencil? And then you're going to actually write the decimal and put an equal sign between both of the decimals. Okay? Let me get them started. Yep. You're going to write number 4 right here, because that's what card number it is.
Oh, you're right.
Then I want you to actually write the decimal out and put an equal sign in between them, because we said they were equal.
D with the diaper.
Okay, how are we doing over here?
Good. Can we erase it?
Yep, you can erase, because look, we're going to, after Wyatt does this one, you guys are going to try this one. Okay, let me see how we're doing over here.
Because you add 7 plus 2. You don't add the I would say tenths.
So how are we going to add these together?
You're gonna add the tenths to the 1.
Well, so what are we actually adding?
The hundredths to the tenths.
Well, tell me what numbers you're actually adding.
7 plus 2.
Okay, why are you doing 7 plus 2? Wouldn't you not do 78 plus 2? Or why are you not doing that? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want you to explain it to me. You're doing the right thing, but I want you to explain it to me. Why would you not be adding 78 plus 2 and getting 80? What's 2 tenths equal to? How many hundredths?
2 hundredths.
Not 2 hundredths. What is it? Not 10 hundredths. Look, if I have 2 tenths, it's equal to how many? There we go. So, and you're right, that's a quicker way of thinking about it because you're adding this to the tens place. I get why you're doing that. Just remember that this 2, if I move it to hundredths and make an equivalent fraction, it's equal to 20, right? So that's why. So I'm adding 20 to 78.
And they just had me doing it on IXL.
Oh, well then you're a pro, girl. Yes. Good job.
Last 3.
How are we doing over here? It's okay. You can go help.
9,800.
How are we doing over here, guys?
Good.
Okay. Are they did you guys get to do one that's not right on the line yet?
No. We haven't got to do one like that.
Okay. Let me see.
Right on the line. Yeah, we've got to do a few. No, not right on the line.
Let me see. Okay, like this one. There's no number in between here. So, did you guys do number 7? Mm-hmm. Okay, and you said it was D? Okay, perfect. Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Okay. You can pick some if you need to. Okay. So look, I want you to go down the line. So 0, so we're gonna cross these out. These are the same, so I can't compare them. What's bigger, 3 or 2? Yep. So that is gonna be where I write my greater than symbol. Okay? Yep, that's perfect, Cordell. Good job. You guys keep going.
Yay. What card? We're done.
That is number 6. Okay, since you guys have 6, and you guys have 6, I'm gonna have you guys swap, okay? Because we have time for you guys to do that. So, oh look, you guys put them back in the bag, how sweet. Okay, so you guys show me your knowledge on adding tenths and hundredths for me. Did you guys have any questions on the number line? Okay. Well, you're going to, but not yet. You're gonna stick with this for now, because this is the first skill that we learned.
So 20 plus 46.
Now, do you want me to do one of these with you, or you want to try it?
66?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you write that one down, Wyatt?
No, not yet. I'm going to put 25 and I'll be done. It's
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay. Cordell, I want you to try that one. Number 10. Okay. I want to do one that is not exactly on the line.
No. 90 plus 2.
Okay.
92.
So this one, look, it counts by 2s. 2 tenths, 4 tenths, 6 tenths, 8 tenths. So what do you think is going to be in the middle there? Between 6 tenths and 8 tenths?
7 tenths.
Okay, which one is equal to that?
70 tenths.
Or 70?
100.
Very good. So D would be our answer. You guys are already a pro. So that is card number 7. And so it'd be up here. And you would write D.
That's a giant. So that would be
You guys did awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on the bottom. Try that next one. Okay, remember how I told you to line it up? I want you to line it up, put this one underneath this one. And then I bet you can tell. Okay, Wyatt, start off on the left, right here in the ones place. Okay, so which one's more, 1 or 0? Yep, it's greater, so.
5 plus 30. 50.
Does that make sense? Because look, if I add a 0 right here, that's $1, right? And this is 99 cents.
That's 70.
So $1 is gonna be more than 99 cents. Not much, only by 1 cent, but still. So 1 is greater, 1 whole.
Hey, I think so. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, here it is. It was covered up.
That's 96 100.
Okay, let's look. Why is this 96 100ths?
Because it,
What's 1/10 equal to?
10 100. 2900.
Yes, 10 100ths. Very good.
No,
Good justification.
So 20, 30, 70, it's meant to be 1,000.